we're diving straight into the burnout checklist. Number 11. Permanent lag mode. Ever notice you're suddenly dropping your phone, spilling coffee, or walking straight into door frames? That's not just bad luck. That's burnout messing with your coordination. Chronic stress floods your system with cortisol, hijacking the brain areas responsible for focus and fine motor skills. When you're burned out, your reaction time's slow, your balance wobbles, and your attention is basically running in 240 while life demands 4K. It's like your body and brain are out of sync. Your hands forget what they're holding, your feet forget where they're going. The more stressed you are, the clumsier you get, and each mistake adds even more frustration to the pile. Burnout doesn't just fry your emotions, it literally scrambles how you move through the world. Number 10. Too tired to panic. At first, burnout makes everything feel overwhelming. Every deadline, every bill, every notification sets off alarms. But then something darker happens. You stop reacting at all. Emergencies barely register. Things that should terrify you, missing rent, losing a job, a relationship ending, just don't. This isn't calm, it's collapse. When stress stays maxed out too long, your nervous system does something extreme. It flips the switch to protect you. Instead of fight or flight, you go into shutdown. Psychologists call it functional freeze. On the outside, you seem fine, even chill. Inside, you're detached, hollow, running on autopilot. It's apathy wearing a human face. And the scariest part? You might not notice how bad things have gotten because you've gone numb. Burnout doesn't just steal your energy. It robs you of your ability to care, even about the things that matter most. Number 9. Brain battery collapse. Ever wake up thinking, all right, I feel human again, only to hit 12% battery 5 minutes later? That's burnout. Your brain's acting like an old phone that refuses to stay charged. No matter how much sleep you get, no matter how much coffee you slam, everything still drains you and fast. Texting someone back feels like climbing Everest. Social plans? Forget it. Even showering can feel like a heroic quest. Here's why. Constant stress keeps your body pumping out cortisol, the hormone that's supposed to help you in emergencies. But when it never shuts off, it fries your system. Your nervous system is stuck in low power mode, rationing every ounce of energy just to keep you upright. That's why you feel like a zombie doing normal things. Burnout doesn't just make you tired, it makes existing feel like work. Number 8. Final boss battle. You know burnout's got you when sending one email feels like slaying a dragon. Cooking dinner? Suddenly it's like climbing Everest in socks. It's not that you're lazy. Burnout hijacks your brain's executive function, the part that plans, organizes, and starts tasks. When stress overloads it, even tiny chores feel like final boss fights. That's why dishes turn into a 3-hour TikTok break, or you keep pacing instead of paying one bill. Your prefrontal cortex, the rational CEO of your brain, is basically hiding under its desk while your stress hormones run the show. It's survival mode, not willpower failure. The cruel irony? The more you avoid those small tasks, the bigger and scarier they feel, feeding the cycle. Burnout makes everything feel impossible, even the things you know aren't. Number 7. Rest mode malfunction. You finally get a day off. No work, no responsibilities. And instead of relaxing, you're pacing like a zoo animal that escaped the cage but can't leave the parking lot. Burnout literally rewires how your brain handles downtime. Your nervous system has been stuck in fight or flight for so long that rest feels unsafe. You sit down to watch Netflix and suddenly feel anxious. You try to nap and your mind turns into a highlight reel of everything you haven't done. Even doing nothing feels wrong, like you're wasting time or falling behind. That's because your brain has forgotten how to shift into rest and digest mode, the gear where your body heals and recharges. So instead of resting, you're restless. And when you can't relax, burnout deepens because your body never truly gets a chance to recover. Number 6. Critic voice takeover. One of the sneakiest signs of burnout? Your inner voice turns into a full-time bully. A typo in an email, forgetting to grab milk, zoning out in a meeting, suddenly it feels like you're on trial inside your own head. Every mistake gets magnified. Every flaw feels permanent. This happens because burnout jacks up activity in your anterior cingulate cortex, the brain's error detector. It's supposed to gently flag mistakes so you can fix them. But when you're burned out, that system goes into overdrive, screaming about every little slip-up. Instead of perspective, you get constant self-criticism. The result? You're exhausted, anxious, and convinced you're failing at everything, even when you're doing fine. Burnout doesn't just drain energy, it warps how you see yourself. Number 5. Sensory overload meltdown. When you're burned out, the world doesn't just feel stressful, it feels loud. Typing sounds like jackhammers. Chewing like someone crunching gravel into your skull. Even sunlight through the window feels aggressive. That's because burnout heightens your sensory sensitivity. Your nervous system is already overloaded, so normal stimuli get processed like danger. It's the same fight or flight wiring that helped humans survive predators. Only now, it's triggered by your coworker's pen clicking. This sensory overload makes everything harder. Focusing, socializing, even leaving the house. And when every little sound or light feels like too much, you start isolating. Not because you want to, but because the world feels unlivable at normal volume. Number 4, universal people rage. One day you realize it's not just work stressing you out, it's everyone. Coworkers, family, strangers on the street. Even the way someone breathes can feel like a personal attack. That's burnout flipping your amygdala into permanent fight mode. When stress is constant, your brain stops distinguishing between real threat and minor annoyance. Every interaction feels heavier, sharper, more irritating. It's not about them. It's about your nervous system being maxed out and scanning for danger everywhere. The worst part? You might think you're just turning into a bad person, but really, your brain's alarm system is fried. The world didn't suddenly get worse. Your burnout filter just stopped working. Number 3, autopilot life glitch. Ever show up somewhere and realize you don't remember the drive at all? That's not just zoning out. That's burnout turning your life into muscle memory survival mode. Chronic stress pushes your brain to conserve energy by shutting down awareness of routines, commuting, eating, even conversations. It feels like you're living on autopilot. Days blur, time slips by, and you're disconnected from what you're actually doing. This isn't laziness. It's your nervous system trying to keep you functional while running on fumes. The scary part? You stop noticing warning signs, hunger, exhaustion, emotions, because you're too busy just getting through the next thing. Burnout makes survival the default, but at the cost of actually living. Number 2, hunger circuit whiplash. One day, you're inhaling snacks at 2 a.m. The next, you realize you skipped lunch entirely. That's burnout messing with your hunger cues. Chronic stress throws your cortisol rhythms out of whack, and cortisol is tightly linked to appetite. When it spikes, you might crave sugar and carbs like your life depends on it. When it crashes, you lose interest in food altogether. It's not just cravings, it's confusion. You can't tell if you're actually hungry, bored, or just stressed. And because burnout often wrecks sleep, your body overproduces ghrelin, the hunger hormone, while underproducing leptin, the I'm full signal. The result? Chaotic eating patterns that make you feel even more out of control. It's not lack of willpower, it's biology responding to overwhelm. Number 1, joy amnesia. You know you used to love certain things. That show you binged, your favorite hobby, even hanging out with friends. But now, nothing. It's not boredom. It's like your brain wiped joy from the hard drive. You remember liking it, but you can't feel it anymore. Burnout does this by flooding your system with stress hormones so long your brain's reward center basically powers down. Dopamine, the chemical that makes things feel good, flatlines. Even when something fun happens, it's muted, like hearing music through a wall. The worst part? You blame yourself. Why can't I just be happy? But it's not you. It's your nervous system stuck in survival mode. When your brain's just trying to get you through the day, joy isn't a priority. Burnout doesn't just exhaust you, it steals the color from life. If any of these signs hit a little too close to home, you're not broken. You're just burned out. And noticing it is the first step to fixing it. Hit subscribe if you want more videos that make sense of what your brain's doing. And tell me in the comments, which of these burnout signs do you see in yourself right now?